let's talk about healing with the body as a tool. Now, you and I have had some time to get to know one another. I'm a yoga therapist. I will always be a little bit partial toward the body, but that doesn't mean that I don't respect talk therapy. In fact, I've been someone who has proudly gone about my life and had a lot of periods of working through my own personal issues with talk therapists and with various teams of healthcare professionals so that I can feel my best. But let's talk about why our body needs to be enlisted in our healing, especially from things like PTS, post-traumatic stress, or different traumas. We know that talk therapy is wonderful. There's so much healing and soothing that comes as a result of speaking your mind to a qualified professional or even into your journal. But talk therapy specifically is a mental remedy. We still need a somatic remedy to address, firstly, trapped tensions, but also to start to cultivate the skills of down regulation and give the body practice in accessing parasympathetic nervous response, that rest or digest response. Oftentimes we forget it. If you don't use it, you lose it, but it can always come back, but we need to practice it. Moreover, if we're only seeking out talk therapy, it can be really difficult to talk about experiences that are heavily triggering and heavily traumatic. But in addition to that, we might really only have fragments of memories or limited memories if we have memories of our experience at all. Again, if we have dissociated from that experience, or if it occurred so early in our life that we just don't have memory of it, that's going to need a different style of treatment rather than just speaking about it or telling a story about it. No matter what, though, we are in these bodies. They are our homes for better or worse while we're on this planet. We can always feel into the sensations that are occurring for us as we get triggered. So as we prepare to use the body as a tool for healing, we are able to ground ourselves into the present moment before we start to access those difficult areas, those difficult feelings, those difficult emotions and sensations in the body. As we stay grounded in the present, we're able to work with what's currently coming up for us rather than fully revisiting a trauma in order to talk about it. In giving attention, we allow the energy of the experience to start to dissolve, to start to let go of it. If you remember our apple analogy from the very beginning of class together, our revisitation of experiences in our bodies is a way of chomping into that apple, chewing it up, and starting to assimilate it so it can continue about its course through the body and be released. You can even think about that old movie, The Bubble Boy. I think it was John Travolta's very first movie, if not his first, and certainly among them, where he is in a bubble suit. It's a clear plastic suit, kind of looks like a Zorb if you've ever seen those. We can think about emotional tensions and sensational tensions getting trapped in our field. And as we give them attention and allow them to flow through, rather than clouding up our perception of life and being the veil through which we see all of our experience, we can start to let some of that pea soup fog like veil out of our bubble suit, out of our field and out of our experience, so that we can see life and all the joys of it a lot more clearly.